H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, and sometimes Chris Walker, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And it's Tuesday morning. I was sitting there uh, doing some things. I was sharing the show, the things that I asked for y'all to do. I just share the show. I share the show myself. So from on my personal page. So I share it. But it's a great, great day. So much. I didn't get a chance to talk to y'all about so many things yesterday. I hope I get back to it. Somebody got to put me a footnote where I was last before Jimmy came in. Because when he came in, I just, I know he had some stuff to talk about, the junior high school events and, and what have you. So, but it's going to be interesting today. I would advise you to tell somebody about this, because this is going to be, it's going to be a good day. It's going to be, all of them are good days, but sometimes you just get some of them days, it just, but I'm gonna go back through my old notes because there's some stuff that I want to share with y'all. Shout out to a few people. Let me shout out to my starting five first. Let me get those people. They are very important to me. Let me shout them out first. That's Status Moody, D Holcomb, Jay Jackson, Mindy Collins. Oh, Mindy, I'm glad you're here. Jeremy Davis. Those are my starting five. And Rick Rose. Rose. That's Rick Rose. Andre Johnson. Hyping Service is in the building. What's going on, big fella? I see you, Daryl. I see you, Corey. I see you, Chris Charles. I see you, Brandy. I see you. Belinda. Hey, how you doing? I see you. Herb Baker. I see you. Herb Baker. Let me tell y'all something. I know he is alum now, but Herb Baker, whenever chance he gets, he's at a TSU game. Last night, a remarkable game. I can't wait to share it. And one of my friends told me, Robert, I didn't listen to the broadcast last night because I'm so used to you sharing it. But I did share that I was going to be on the broadcast last night. They said I didn't, but I thought I did. But y'all got to understand. Do me a favor and just go get TSU. We got a couple of games left. We got one game left. Home games is over. TSU. We got Jackson State, Alcorn State. Alcorn, and then we come back for Prairie View. Up in Prairie View, and that's going to end the season. Shout out to Eric Boone. He was at the game. Robert Young was at the game last night. All my people was at the game. I love to see that. Supporting these Tigers won again. Hey, Sabian, how you doing? Let's see. But share the show, everybody. And if you're on YouTube, it's a way to share. You go, like I just did it a minute ago. You can share it to your to your friend. You can share it to somebody. You can share it to Twitter. I know you can share it to Twitter, and I know you can share it to Facebook and any other stuff. Y'all got to work them buttons out. But always give a thumbs up when you go on the show. That imprint, letting other people, so other people around the country can get this. We share it. But I want to see where I'm gonna start. Happy birthday to Morris Parsons. He's one of our guys that be in the Boom Boom Room. Shout out to him because when we were at the first time I came aboard at the radio station that he was general manager of. That's the first time, and Chris Walker brought me in, had me in as a guest, and now, here I am. I'm on the show by myself today until Jimmy come along. Chris knew what he was doing a long time ago when he kept egging me to come on. Wait a minute. He probably didn't know what he doing, but he know what he was doing. I hope y'all get my grip. Chris might not know what he was doing, but he know, man. He used all of us in special ways. Hey, D White. Let's see. Hey, Christopher. But let's see where I'm gonna start. Happy birthday, and y'all. I heard, but came across some last night. I just want to share with y'all. I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel to y'all, but and y'all got to hear my heart on this one. Okay, hear my heart on this one. Somebody came to the game last night. and was using my name, uh, sitting on the floor front row, and was using my name. I don't know who it was because they told me after the broadcast. I don't know where the guy went. I don't know who it was, but he was using my name, and I don't know. Like I said, I don't know who it was, and but I've had that. It happened at the Super Bowl this year. It happened at the All-Star game this year. People were calling me, Brandy, and saying people using your name to get in certain places, trying to use your name to get in places. And let me tell you something. If I know you and we cool, it's all right. But come on, man. You know, I mean, it was embarrassing that I had to come, and the people know I wouldn't dare tell nobody, come sit where you want to. So they knew it was and this young lady took a picture. That's me behind. How can you get? That's me sitting down. I took a picture with the tiger, a TSU mascot. In case you wonder, that's at the game last night. I don't know who the lady is, but how you doing? But it happens, man. And you know, y'all, like I said, y'all hear my heart on it. It's not trying to say I'm this and I'm this, but people, the fact that people would go around and use, that's like me going somewhere and using Mindy. But Mindy, but I know Mindy. But I mean, some people I don't know, you know, and just going using my name, and whoever you were last night, man, don't put me in a position like that. You know, have people looking at me crazy. You know what I'm saying? It is scary, Mindy. It's scary, man. I'm telling you, man. I can tell y'all this story. I'm just give you a story. This is why it's so scary. Um, met this kid trying to represent him one time, right? And he said, "Man, I already met with somebody with your company." And I said, "Who?" We was in some place. It was some sports bar. He said, "That guy over there." He said he worked with you. And I said, "Who?" And he showed me. I said, "Hell no." He worked for this white dude. Worked for this white agent. But the dude was you because he in proximity. He lived in Houston. So uh he used my his close proximity to me. It just so happened the guy said that. I mean, we was in the same place. And the dude, and I ain't gonna lie. I went over there and told that dude, hey, player, don't you ever in your life be around here trying to confuse these kids like this. You might be a black face, but you represent a white space. Don't confuse the two, Christopher. That's the point, dude. Go do your thing and get your money. Now I ain't got nothing. But don't use me and my company and what we've built. And people see you in the same place with me and use my name to get close to a family and the people, they do it. Yes. Y'all, I can't. There's some stuff I can't tell you. But yes, man, people using your name. Y'all got to realize your name is the only thing that you can take from this realm to the next. You can't take no money. You can't take no thing. You can't take nothing but your good name. Your good name. That's why people out there, I tell them, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. If you're out here talking crazy about me and don't even know me, something wrong with you. Even the people who be around, y'all got to understand, man. I'm sitting courtside of a Rockets game. That's a guy. You know, I speak to him. I don't know him. He just be around. You know, some people that I know, but I don't know him. I called him doing this, taking a picture of me. What you doing taking a picture of me? You follow me? I know you don't like me. I know. Because my spirit, I know your spirit ain't right. So, yeah, Sonya, yes. I caught him. He walked by. I mean, it's just, I didn't mean to go off that, y'all. I'm just, because some of y'all might be in the same position. People out there using y'all name. So it ain't just me. I go to Continental. That's like me going to Continental and using Mindy and Sonya's name without talking to them about it. I don't even know the dude. Dude didn't come to me. Y'all know I'm easy access. He didn't come and say, Rob, could you see? I don't even know who the dude is. But the main show dropped my name last night. But shout out, first of all, too bad you can't call him out. You know what? But on a great note, to me, I don't know how y'all feel, but I'm doing the show today. Rod Wells, I'm mad at you. You didn't come on. You didn't say nothing last night. 58 years ago today, right? One of the greatest leaders this country has ever seen was taken away from us 58 years ago. He was such a threat that enemies colluded to ensure his destruction. All of them should be held accountable for what they were responsible for. All of them. Rest in peace, Malcolm X, Malik El Shabazz, Malcolm X. Rest in peace, my brother. Last night, TSU last night defeated Arkansas Pine Bluff, a team that had beat them. The team that had a pretty good player on the other team. And I got to talk about these young men, man, because I got to talk about them. So y'all just humor me for a minute. Ever since PJ Henry has been back, before he playing better than PJ Tucker. PJ Henry has been back in the lineup healthy, because he's working himself back. But the 2 consecutive games, must-win games. Texas Southern had 4 players in double figures. 4. I hadn't went back early in the season. I know Freightman will. I want you to go back early in the season. I don't think it was other times that we had 4 guys. 4 guys in a game, but this time 2 consecutive games. Very important, ladies and gentlemen. When you got 4 guys in double figures, I shouldn't have to explain to you how important that is in basketball. Let's go look at all the stats of the teams and just watch. Usually the winning team have a lot of guys contributing. John Walker had 19.7 rebounds. Proud of that young man. Unbelievable energy. He's the heartbeat of their team. Heartbeat. PJ Henry is the steering wheel of their team. Davon Barnes. Think about it. Jordan Carl Nichols. Really, I'll just if I said John Walker is the heart, Jordan Carl Nichols got to be the veins that run out of the heart and the arteries that pumps blood throughout the program. Davon Barnes had a a fast start, slowed down, got benched, come off the bench, had 11 points. And this Kobe Granger, oh my goodness. Coach has allowed this young guy, he worked himself into the starting lineup. It ain't no coming back. Consecutive double-figure games, 9 rebounds from a guard. 9 rebounds. And punch one on somebody. Herb, you missed it. Y'all got to go and find the Kobe Granger dunk. You got to. You got to go back. And And shout out to those guys, man, because guess what? They up against it. Any loss, a loss is magnified. Jimmy was talking about it yesterday. Uh, and just so proud of these kids because I got to know them. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm talking about. I got to know them. And that's why I kept inviting y'all out to the games. So what? You can get the chance to know them. And Jordan Carl Nichols and John Walker, that's their final home game in their career at TSU. Many amazing nights at the HP and E Arena by these two over the last several years. Thank you, young men, for your memories. Thank you, TSU. We on the road this weekend, going to Jackson State and Alcorn State. Let's make sure you get the app, KTSU app, listening to a Chatterbox and myself on the call because we gonna talk. And then if you, like I said, if you don't have my number, text Chop Shop Htx at gmail.com. Tell me you're watching the show because I check my email during the show, and I'll shout you out on the broadcast just like I do here. I'm gonna move on there. Shout out to I'm gonna go back down to another part of the amateur sector. Shout out to Wesley Yates, Junior. He's invited to play in the Iverson Classic. That's Allen Iverson selection to play in their classic. Yeah, he went where he was celebrated. Not forget where he was. You don't never. You remember I told y'all a long time ago. I said. Protecting your image. I think I said it yesterday. Protecting your energy is not a crime. If you got people around you with bad energy, get out of that building. Get out of that place. You follow me? Go where you are celebrated, not where you're tolerated. Please, if I don't do nothing else for I hope y'all remember that. I got the chance to meet the head of the Ping golf company, PING Ping, last night. They came down, them and I'm trying to pronounce this right. Hideki Bespoke. It's a clothing company. They announced a $1 million collaboration and will provide scholarships, equipment, custom apparel for the SWAC champion men and women golf team. And they're going to allow internships for TSU scholars in various disciplines. Beautiful facility out there in Phoenix and Carlsbad, England. Carlsbad, Phoenix out there. They got a whole campus. Like Nike got a campus, Ping got a campus. But shout out to them. Let's see what else. I had so much. Let's see where I want to go. I got so many places I want to go. Where will the Iverson game will be held in Memphis, Tennessee. It's held there. Steve Jackson helps him with it. Allen Iverson, just look it up. Kedrick Lewis. Instead of ask Kedrick Lewis, just Google the Iverson game. It's simple. Just Google it. Sometimes y'all can do a little work. All I'm here is to give you breadcrumbs so you can go and do the work yourself. Because half the stuff I tell you, you don't believe in anyway. So go look for yourself. So thought about some last night. And I don't know. I'm gonna share it with y'all. And I'm just going down a list of things that I thought that I will share with y'all today. These just tidbits. Saw the All-Star game. I got to talk a little bit about this All-Star game. Okay, maybe I should play this first. Let me play this, and then we'll go from there. I think I played it already. Check what Mike Malone, the Denver Nuggets coach, had to say about the All-Star game. Okay, check this out.
It's an honor to be here. It's an honor to be a part of a great weekend, great players, but that is the worst basketball game ever played.
How do you fix it?
I don't know if you can fix it. I mean, I give Joel Embiid You know, it's an honor to be here. It's an honor to be a part of a great weekend, great players, but that is the worst basketball game ever played.
How do you fix it?
I don't know if you can fix it. I mean, I give Joel Embiid, Kyrie Irving, those guys were like competing. Joel was imploring some of the guys to play harder, to try to get some defense in, but no one got hurt. They put on a show for the fans, but that is a tough game to sit through, I'm not going to lie. You know, it's an honor to be here. It's an honor to be a part of it.
I hope y'all heard that. I tried to play it twice. I wanted y'all to hit it. Share the show. It's very important. Melvin Dews, good question. Tiger can't make nobody do nothing. The PGA has rules. You have to walk. No medical exemptions. You have to walk. You wasn't born with this. Ben Hogan was in a car wreck. He came back and won. Google Ben Hogan. That's just in the rules. It's a grueling. It's golf. It's not only you got to have skills, but you have to have will. For 4 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thursday and Friday, you have to play good enough that you can make the cut for Saturday and Saturday. The top 70 and above, and the top 70, the rest of them go home. If you don't play good in the first 2 days, you go home. So it's a grueling thing. Stamina is part of the golf, professional golf. Okay, that's just a part of it. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Eric Boone. Thank y'all for showing up for TSU last night too. I never paid it. Where does De'Aaron Fox sit in Houston? I don't know. Kendrick Lewis, I know you hadn't been around the show long enough. Let me help you out. Robert Hatter don't care nothing about no Mount Rushmore. I don't talk about Mount Rushmore. Okay, I'm just let you know. I don't talk. Go look up the history and go look at them guys on Mount Rushmore, and then you'll know why I don't talk about Mount Rushmore. Okay, first of all, go look up Mount Rushmore and see who them clowns they got up there, and then you'll know why don't we talk about it. I never talk about the Mount Rushmore. Of nothing. So I hope that I'm just letting you know. Go look up Mount Rushmore and look at the guys up there. Then come back and we'll have a conversation. All right, let's go. He said, I'm not saying the PGA Kevin Freeman, but outside events that would allow. Nah, okay, I ain't going there. Let me get back. Mike Malone, the coach, said that's the sorriest game, but it's still a basketball game. Brandon Nicholson, it's still a basketball game. And Brandon, I'm glad you said that. Brandon, hold that. Still a basketball game. That's a great one. I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna show y'all what Brandy put up there. I'm gonna add it so y'all we can know what she said. Cause we'll come back to that. I like that, Brandon. That's a good one. Isn't that the point for entertainment? I never paid attention to these games. See, okay. See that's you. I like that, Brand. I like that. Yeah. Okay. So let me go here. And I was thinking about, then I saw Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and I saw some comments from people play. Let me play this, and then I'm going to go into my spiel, because I'm going somewhere. Mindy, what Mindy? Mindy, you know I'm going somewhere. This was Shea Gilgeous-Alexander after the All-Star game, because they kind of asked him. Watch what he said.
And then Michael Malone, after the game, said it was the worst basketball game he'd ever seen. Like, is there any fixing of the All-Star game, or do you think it really... And then Michael Malone, after the game, said it was the worst basketball game he'd ever seen. Like, is there any fixing of the All-Star game, or do you think it really matters?
There's always money talks. So, I mean, the more incentives, I think guys will take it seriously, more seriously. But with that being said, it was super fun the way it is now, and I have no complaints. So yeah, I don't necessarily think it needs to be fixed, but if they want that, I think there for sure is a way.
Yeah. And then Michael Malone, after the...
Did y'all hear what he said? This is a guy who's got a guaranteed $100 and some million coming to him. I just want to hear what y'all sitting up in a mink coat. I mean, fox. Silver fox. I saw some tweets. Y'all help me. I saw some tweets. Did everybody see it? I saw some tweets. Somebody said this. Okay, just giving tweets so I can help y'all thoughts, because sometimes you want to hear what other people say before you say something. They said this is a real bad look. It's a tweet. He was right there. He was right that there needs to be more incentive for players, but don't say money talks while also wearing what I imagine to be a real expensive coat. That ain't their business, but this the tweet. This even is for the fun. You are saying, show me the money. Just not a good look. This is what somebody said. I mend it. Check this out. Then another person said, this may be my favorite out of touch interview ever. SGA is an incredible player. He ain't got no luggage, ain't got no baggage, no issues. But in a fur coat, he basically said, pay me more money. We will give more effort. What y'all think? Tell me what y'all think. Tell me what y'all think. And the reason I saw that and shared that, okay? So Brandy, you telling me you were happy with that performance? If you were happy, then okay. It's okay. It's okay. Either way, y'all. I don't have no particular way. I don't watch it no way. If I go, I don't never watch the game. I talk to people the whole damn time. That's why I enjoyed the Memphis game the other day. I had a seat next to me empty. Guess what? Didn't want nobody sit next to me. I don't want nobody talking to me about nothing. Because I was at war. You follow me? Whenever my son or with my team playing, Memphis playing, I'm at war. So the reason I wanted to share that with y'all is I like watching everything but All-Star game. It was really off. Okay. Yes, but we used to have All-Star split them. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, it's exhibition game. Okay, I'm glad Corey says X. I like that, Corey. I like all these. I like all these comments. So can I share something with you that I saw and I was thinking about? Personally, I don't want them to get hurt playing this game. So why play it at all? Brandy, I'm glad you put that up there. They got guaranteed contracts, Brand. They got guaranteed contracts. If they get hurt. Giannis got hurt before he played in the game. You know? Corey said the game is fine. Corey, I got something for you. This for Mindy. And she gonna get it. She gonna get it with later on. She ain't gonna get it right now, but she gonna get it. Now let me tell you, I'm gonna see if she gonna get it. All right. What I played to y'all with Mike Malone, that was his thoughts about the All-Star game, right? Now, the media spent that next day, yesterday, and all week echoing these sentiments and crushing the players. Good point, Mindy. Good point. While taking the media, now listen to me. The media spent all day agreeing with what Mike Malone said. You notice I just said, hey, I'm presenting the facts to y'all. I want to see how y'all feel because I know how these media members feel. So they spent all day crushing and echoing the sentiments and crushing the players. The media followed Mike Malone talking about the players. Y'all follow me. Landon, y'all follow me. I'm talking about the All-Star game. Mike Malone said All-Star game. Landon gonna be the last person I repeat this to. Everybody else repeat everybody. Tell them we're talking about Mike Malone's comments about the All-Star game. He says it's the worst game he ever seen in his life. All right. So while taking no uh, no personal opinion from where or a sports across sports. Okay, this is to me. This is across sports and all exhibition games and the NBA particular. I'm talking about. I'm talking about all of these. Okay, who is that say exhibition game? Somebody said, and the NBA in particular, in any sport though. Football, what's that? The Pro Bowl was terrible. All of this, right? Where the dunk contest, no one want to participate in. Okay, the All-Star game, no one want to come and try. They don't want to try hard in the All-Star game. Now the media, this is what they saying. Regular season games, you don't know who's going to play and who's not going to play. Okay? Okay? Watch this. When I tell you the players are the symptoms and not the cause, the players are the symptom, not the cause. Everybody blaming the players. Everybody blaming the players. The media blaming the players. The players are the symptom, not the cause. Let's zoom out so I can explain it to you, because I know y'all saying, Rob, what you talking about, Rob? Let's circle back to the All-Star game, right? Which was obviously not a real basketball game. And I think you will understand why. Understand why this is actually on y'all and us. No, not y'all. The media. Let's put it on the media. It's actually, and I guess I'm part of the media. Okay, so it's on us as the media and how we talk about sports over the last 10 years and 15 years. Okay. All right, watch this. Watch this. I can't see your comments because I'm going back and forth, and then I'm gonna go back. We'll go back and try to get your comments and address them. All right. But keep coming. I can see them. I can see them. I'm gonna go back. So I told you to circle back now. Okay. It's not a real basketball game, and I think you will understand why this is actually on the media, on how they talk about sports over the last 10 or 15 years. That's important. I want y'all to get this because some of y'all have wax in y'all ears and some of y'all don't hear me that damn good. So I am going to, I said that again, just for y'all people. But I didn't hear it. You heard it twice. So somebody tell them. Because the All-Star game used to be competitive. Brandy, I don't know how long you've been watching. I've been in this business for 30 years. I don't think over the last 2 years is the only time in the pandemics that I've been missing the Super Bowl and the All-Star game because it coincides with TSU's schedule. Okay? All the other 28 years, 27, 28, I've been going. Okay, a long time. All right? Okay? They used to be competitive. Okay. No, you all right. You all right, Brandon. No, I got you, baby. And I'm not talking about in the 80s and the 90s. Yes, it was competitive then, but I'm talking about 2010, 2012, up until about a decade ago. This was a competitive game people cared about. So what happened? Let's zoom out for a moment. You gotta understand, I'm taking my son for years. He loved it. This past week on television, Nick Wright made the case that Patrick Mahomes just completed the best 5-year start to a career in NFL history. Okay? To him, it was an obvious case, not just a hot take. It was so clear-cut, it was such a clear-cut answer that he didn't even think it would be controversial at all. Notice what he said. He said, he made a case, and I'm going to put it on the screen for y'all. Just completed the best 5-year start of a career in NFL history, Pat Mahomes. Like I said, he didn't think it would be controversial. But of course, the pushback he got, what the first thing they said? What about Brady? My dude. All right, let me put something on the screen for you. Come on, y'all. No, I had it up there. There we go. All right. Let me put it up there so y'all can, let me put it up there good. I want y'all to look at something. I might make it a little bit bigger because some of y'all ain't got big devices. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I don't like to cover this beautiful face up, but I might have to. I hope y'all can see that. Hope y'all can see that. All right. I want y'all to see it. He got pushback for saying this, right? But now he gave me facts. This is the facts he gave me. Okay. This is Mahomes and Brady's first 5 years. I want y'all to look at this. And I promise you this will relate to what I saw at the All-Star game. What, Mindy? Mindy, you know how you always talk about, well, Robert, where you going? Mindy, it's for you. I told it. It's for you. Let's see. And I promise you, I'll put it like this. They have the same number of Super Bowl appearances. Look at that. Super Bowl appearances, SBF, the same number of Super Bowl appearances. Okay? I want y'all to look at that. Go Google it. Kedrick Lewis, if you don't believe what I'm saying, share the show because this is good. Check this out. I promise you, like I said. Let's see what let me see. All right. Mahomes has more conference championship appearances. See that? Conference championships appearance, 5-3. Mahomes has more. Okay? Mahomes has more MVPs. Look at it, Mindy. No, you didn't sound like that, but that's how I took it. That's how I took it. Because you typed it. Okay? Y'all see that? Mahomes has 10,000 more yards. Go look it up. Go Google it. 100 more touchdowns. Go Google it, Rick Brown. Odyssey, go Google it. Lionel Rogers. Oh, I love Lionel Rogers. Oh, I love Lionel Rogers. Boy, that's my dude. Boy. Lionel Rogers, you're stealing my thunder, baby. You're stealing my thunder. But I love it. I love it. Hold up, y'all. And Mahomes has the greatest passing rating ever in history, while Brady was around league average. Okay. All right. So why is it not only a debate, but why is it that the majority of people would say, no. The best 5 years was Tom, Robert. Because of that first line. Y'all see the first line up there at the top? Right there at the top. Brady got 3 Super Bowls. Mahomes got 2. Where Mindy at? Not. That's what you say, Wesley Yates. Wait till I get through finish with you, Wesley Yates. Okay? Count the rings. Championships are busts. And all that matters, that's what Wesley Yates just said. Super Bowl wins. The entirety of the media profession has turned into this. And it permeates into y'all's minds. You guys remember that movie called Bad Teacher? Who saw that movie with Jason Segel in it? He was in it. In the trailer for it, he was arguing with a little kid about who was the greatest of all time. And I think the little kid was arguing, "It's LeBron." And the kid told him, "Because all you doing is arguing because Michael Jordan, that you're arguing because he got 6 rings." The little kid told him. And Jason screamed at the kid and said, "That's the only argument I need." What's up, Mike? Wesley Yates. It's the only argument I need. Dad, listen to me, y'all. You gotta listen to this one. You can't be washing the dishes, taking the kid to school. You better stop, because you're gonna miss this one. You're gonna miss it. That's what all the sports commentating has become. And we act shocked when the players act accordingly. Well, Brandy, we all give you credit. All we give you credit for, the media, is for championships. You see Wesley Yates, Super Bowls wins. All we give you credit for is the destination. Nothing for the journey. Let me take this off the screen so y'all can see me. Y'all watch this. Watch this, Brand. Hold on, let me get back to where I'm at. Well, nothing for the journey. It don't matter what you do in the regular season, people say. No, it don't matter. That's what people say. That's the regular season award, Robert. James Harden, they did that. They didn't need a regular season. It's the regular season. The media tell y'all it don't matter what your full body of work is. Okay? You either win a title or you're considered some different level of disappointment or failure. Listen to me, y'all. I know some dudes that have been on the bench and won a title. And the players, watch this. It's what I'm finna give y'all. The players understand this. It used to be, didn't be like this, but it is now. The players understand. And then we act shocked when the players make every decision accordingly. Why would I participate in a slam dunk contest? I get no credit. I get no flowers for that. You know how people say, give people the flowers while they're here. For anything I do that isn't about winning a title. Why would I play back-to-back games? Mindy ain't gonna say nothing about that. She just gonna say I didn't win a title. I get no credit. I get no kudos for that. This is what the players saying, y'all. For putting on a show for fans in February. I don't get no credit for that. So why should I come out here and play? All the people are concerned about this. Only thing I'm concerned about, am I in peak time come postseason? So of course, guys are going to take nights off. Y'all always whine about Robert and load management, Jimmy. Robert and load management. Well, I'm trying to win a championship so y'all ass won't talk about me. The same people who whine about load management didn't talk about a dude can't play. Then you got guys playing 84 games and 82 games a year, and then you calling them bums. But I'm talking about the media. I ain't talking about y'all. Check this out. Of course, anything that is not directly related to a championship pursuit is going to not only become secondary or even tertiary, or it's going to be forgotten. These players ain't thinking about that. They're trying to get a ring so Mindy won't talk about him. And Wesley Yates won't talk about him. And the people in the media act like they have nothing to do with this. We all watched LeBron James break the all-time. Y'all know I came on this show and talked about it for 30 minutes. How many minutes was it that day? I know some of y'all count the minutes. But we just watched LeBron James the other day break all-time scoring record. A record that has been held for longer than LeBron James has been alive. Something that we thought was unbreakable as recent as 5 years ago. Kevin Allen. And it didn't take 12 hours for the discussion to immediately pivot to, well, how much of this is tarnished if the Lakers miss the playoffs? It's the media that's talking, because y'all watching the shows and y'all listen to these guys. How much does it really matter? That's what the media was saying about LeBron. When the team this year is not going to win a championship, Wesley Yates, Mindy. And then the media be shocked when the guys act in their best interest accordingly. Why would I go all out in an all-star game? Why would I risk 1% injury? Brandy, I told you I had something for you. Why would I fight through the fatigue, the nicks and the bruises, to play 3 games in 4 nights? Why would I do that when you guys are telling me if I don't win a title, you're going to crush me, Mindy Collins? Wesley Yates, put yourself in these positions. You're not going to care about any regular season accomplishments. You're certainly not going to care about any all-star game moments. So if you're not going to, why should I, the players say? We want these players to take the game more seriously than we do. That's not how it goes, boo-boo. So if we in the media, and I'm talking to the media, I ain't talking about y'all. So if we in the media want load management to stop, wants the slam dunk contest to mean something again, want the all-star game to be competitive again, then stop turning every sports discussion into a count for rings. Make it a binary conversation. Have some more nuance to it, media. You fans, I don't care. I'm talking about the media. I'm talking to the media right now, Wesley Yates. Give some more credit for accomplishments along the way, even if they ultimately fall short. And then maybe our athletes will react accordingly. Wow. I know it. I know. Chop Shop. Be back in a minute. I got some wine for y'all. Goodbye.
I'm Solomon, owner of Solomon and Bryant Wines. I am a proud native Houstonian, and as a result of my upbringing, love for wine, and my determination, I was blessed to start my own wine company. My logo symbolizes unity, strength, and perseverance. Solomon and Bryant encompasses a variety of wines. So go to our website, purchase your choice of wine, and we will deliver it to you anywhere in the country. Choose to be excellent. Make it a lifestyle. SolomonandBryant.com. I'm Solomon, owner of Solomon and Bryant Wines. I am a proud native Houstonian, and as a result of my upbringing, love for wine, and my...
I'm back. Hey, thank you, Brandon. Brandon, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for... I know I hit him, Brandon. But Brandon, you're the only one that said you might be on to something. I'm just, Brandon, you gotta understand, Brandon. I've been in this business for 30 years. Some of y'all just, I don't know how long y'all been. I've been in the business. Not the media business, because I ain't gonna lie, I ain't like the media. And now they calling me a part of the media. So I got a responsibility. Y'all always remember why I always don't let people talk down on these guys who made amazing accomplishments just because they don't have a ring. And all y'all talk about is ring, 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 ring. Ring, ring, ring. Why is Ali seen as the greatest boxer? Mama, can't we move the goalposts? Why you wanna? I'm gonna put this up there. Well, why is Ali seen as the greatest boxer over Mayweather? Because Ali branded himself, I'm the greatest of all times. And he said it over and 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 over. Who's saying? Chop Shop Htx at gmail.com. Kendrick Lewis. Chop Shop Htx at gmail.com. Check this out. I'm going down watching these. I love these. Listen, I love your comments. I'm finna go back up. Santini said, building a legacy isn't based on materials, action, and facts and counsel. That's about, yo, you know when people used to always get mad at me? I take up for James Harden. Yeah, I like him and I know him. If I like you and I know you, of course, but I know the work he put in. And I know his journey. And I know his accomplishments. Penny Hardaway, he never won a ring. He didn't win in high school. He didn't win in college. But he's a champion to me. He's a champion to me. People, it's a lot of people. John Elway lost 4 times in the Super Bowl. He's less of a man here. He got to the Super Bowl 4 times. I'm going down. The problem is folks see athletes as racehorses and show parents. They're supposed to tap dance with, oh my goodness, Landon, don't do them like that. I'm going back and forth. Patrick Holmes never grinding up his cell phone and even played with flat football. I shouldn't even repeat it. Come on. Come on. If they gonna play like, okay. He said they're gonna play like that when they at the All-Star game, then the fans should get in free. I like that one. I like that one. Lionel said, hold up. I like this one. Because the media call you a bum if you don't win a chip. So guys only worry about winning it all. Yes. And you're supposed to want to win. Don't get it twisted. But is Charles Barkley less of a man because Kenny Smith got a ring and Shaq got rings and he didn't? And Charles is the highest paid on TV of all of them. Keep on. D. Rice said, I can recall, I'm going back, y'all. I can recall watching the All-Star game a few years ago at a sports car. The game was electric. The crowd was screaming east-west. I was confused on Sunday. I like that. Kendrick said, Lewis said, hold up, it's honestly a fun experience if you can go to the game and the festive. Let me tell you something. You're absolutely right. Hey, Kendrick Lewis, let me tell you something. If you have a chance to go in that city and experience the other things around it, the Tech Summit and these other conferences and stuff they be giving, let me tell you something. Kendrick, thank you so much for that one. Thank you. Absolute great experience for your son or your daughter. Great one, Kendrick. I like that one. Herb Baker, Kelton said Herb Baker, exactly. At least back in the day, they used to get serious in the fourth quarter. Yep. All-Star game is great for fans. I just wish they were more competitive in the fourth quarter. Okay, I like that. Mindy said, I like the draft before the game, though, and how Joker didn't even wait to hear say. I like that. Mindy, I like that. Joker said, oh, hell no, I ain't going on this other team. I'm going with the King. You saw what he did, didn't you? Yeah, but Mindy, I love that one. Mindy, I like that one. Mindy, you all right. You all right with me. You all right with me today. All-Star game is a glorified pickup game where you have fun and try not to get hurt. I don't know. When a pick at Herb Baker, Atlanta, I ain't just, every time I walk down on the court, I don't care who I was playing. I don't know how to play but one way. But this new breed of cat. And what the man says, a new breed of cats. That's what my man said, Adam Clay Powell. It's a new breed of cats out here. LeBron, the only point playing defense, he got hurt. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, I got all y'all stuff. From way back. Robert Hatter, I never forgot Bull Dickie Simpson, who received limited time. A parent told him, you do not get any time. His response was, I got 2 NBA championship rings, and the parent whole body language changed. Interesting. Michael Jordan won 3 championships, 3 scoring titles, 3 league MVPs, 5 named it all 3 times. Yeah. I'm missing a game. Absolutely. Going to the EYBL opened my eyes with amateur sports and how they view athletes. Oh, Kendrick, absolutely. Kendrick, oh my goodness. Kendrick, you on one today. Your gal, your wife must be at home or something today. You trying to be nice. Yeah, she must be on the show today. Hey, Kendrick. What? Because he trying to be nice today. He usually be mean to me, Miss Kendrick Lewis. Melvin Dewey said, all new age all-stars play for the likes instead of the competition, competing to not get the L. Oh, my goodness. Herb said, if it's not about winning at the highest levels and deciding the eventual champion, they shouldn't keep score. Absolutely. Man, I'm loving this. Y'all, I'm loving this. Y'all getting to me. I can't believe Jimmy. What? He come in and damn it, I guess I get him out. He get out of here. Hold up. Jimmy, I'm having fun over here, man. Hold up. Let me hold up. Let me see what else somebody just said. Yeah. You know Thaddeus Moody is about Chicago, so he gonna say something. But Jim, hold up, I'm gonna bring you in, Jimmy. I was just talking about the All-Star game and helping people like you who always talk about, well, Robert, he ain't got no rings, Robert. Well, hey, he do good in the regular season. You good? And Jimmy, if you want to you got to go back and listen to the rest of it. I can't go back because you got to understand the context. So we ain't gonna even go back. So we can go to something else. But I did want to share with y'all. No, I'll let Jimmy in. I'll bring this in a little bit later. I wanted to share with y'all something else. But what's going on, man? What's up? I just had a great conversation about something that you have to be in the beginning. And you got to hear my whole diatribe and my whole soliloquy to understand it. If you just coming in now, you ain't gonna get it. You ain't gonna get it. But hey, how about my Tigers last night? Yeah, it was your. Hey, hold up, y'all. Jimmy, hold up. Hey, Jimmy was listening on the way home. Y'all know how they made it. I got the Hall of Famer. listening to me on the way home. Listen, I don't care if none of y'all don't watch no more. Hey, none of y'all. Corey Henderson, he probably ain't never watched it. That listen to the broadcast. I'm good now. But what's up, man? I had a good time, man, last night, man. Dude, that was the craziest game. Hey, y'all remember, I can say it on my show, because I can't say it on there. Y'all remember when I said something about Bobby Knight? Y'all got to look up one of his favorites, my favorite quotes by him. He said, dumb loses more games than smart wins. I ain't calling the player dumb, because somebody said Corey Willis. I ain't calling the player. Making dumb plays. You can make plays that don't just Jimmy, I saw so many crazy plays last night. Jimmy, I don't even need no more. Jimmy, I don't need no more crazy plays for the rest of the year.
You've been watching them make crazy plays most of the season.
I know.
So
not like this. No. Not like this. No.
Let me explain something to you.
Oh yeah. Southern game, yes.
Not just that one. Prairie View game too.
Oh yes, Prairie View game. But Jimmy, before I go with the dudes, let's shout out to my girls, man. I love them. They lost last night, but I love them. No, they didn't win. They didn't win, Jimmy.
They won no conference game?
Yeah, they won too. They beat the same team twice. The team we played last week. What's the team? Mississippi Valley. We tore their head out twice. That's the only two we beat. But Jim, I got to talk about one girl. We're going to get back to the guys. And I'll talk about her tomorrow. I'm going to talk about Jada Belton tomorrow. Jada Belton, quiet, unassuming freshman. Tall, rangy, kind of play like Sam Perkins. I mean, she just don't know how to play yet. When she learned how to play, Jimmy, she went up for a layup at the end of the quarter. She got this long flowing hair on her back. And instead of the girl trying to defend her, she shook her hair back.
A weave came out?
No. She got no, Jimmy. She got braids. No. Listen, Jada is mild mannered, like Lois Lane. She turned into Superman on that girl's. Oh, Jimmy. She went after that girl like I ain't never seen nobody go. Jimmy, it was abrupt. Jada didn't hit nobody, but she balled up her fist and went at this girl. Jimmy, I was so surprised. I said, not my Jada, that's my little Jada. See, Jimmy, you know how you are. You pick certain people on the team that you. She was one of my picks. They go get good. Jimmy, the girl grabbed her hair and she went after that girl. That girl backed up about 100 yards. And Jimmy, but guess what happened? All the girls came out on the floor. And 5 from each team got what? Ejected. The game was competitive until that happened. They got to Jimmy. Jada, but what I did, I looked over at her teammates. Her teammates were giving her a high five. Because Jimmy, she's so unassuming. You got to look her up. Y'all look up Jada Belton from Baltimore. And I should have known from Baltimore she got something in her. You can't live in Baltimore without, you're going to have a few squabs in the bottom. But shout out to that amazing Coach Skeet after the game. She stopped the game before the men's game. She got on the microphone, said, give me that microphone, turn that music down. She apologized for her team and for their actions. She said, I don't never want this to take away from the great thing these young women have been doing all year, getting better. Jimmy, we got 100 freshmen on the team trying to compete in the SWAC. You already know what's going to happen. So, but I'm so proud. Let me tell y'all something, ladies and gentlemen. That team there, it's the last time y'all going to see them women. Take it from me. In a basement of any sort. They ain't going to be in the bottom of the SWAC no more. Remember I told you that. But now we can get, I just had to shout out to Jada B, man. That's my girl. She got out last night. But now you want to say something about my boys. You talking about they've been making crazy plays. They made one.
I mean, you have to think of it like
Jimmy, I don't mind them back then. PJ wasn't playing. But when PJ playing, I expect different. When I got my point guard, I expect different. That's all. See, Jimmy, being a point guard, I'm hard on the point guards. If anybody knows, I'm always hard on the point guard. And I'm just always hard on him. And he just made some plays that I want to walk him through it, me personally, and say, man, tell me what the hell you was thinking about right here. That's all. Now,
A lot of those guys.
we done talked about Kobe Jane Granger already, Kevin Allen. You missed it. I talked about Kobe for 15 minutes.
Like a lot of the guys, you have to realize that they were at other Division I schools before they got to their respective SWAC schools.
I understand that.
And
understand that.
Is there any of them who were excelling at the time of their departure at the previous Division I school that they were at?
That's the excuse you.
No. That explains to you what you're working with mentally upstairs. And it's just reality is reality. So if you gotta, it's not damage, but it isn't you're not dealing with a player who was at Montana or Wyoming or Texas A&M and they were moving the needle there. They left because at the time they weren't good enough in most cases. PJ Henry was a starter his freshman year at Hartford. His minutes got completely diminished and he got removed, he got demoted. So a lot of players, I mean, they look at the roster and they say, well, man, this dude was at so-and-so, this school was at so-and-so. Well, okay, now you get here and then they're 22, 23 years old. A lot of these young men at this point, they're with only 2 or 3. That's their last home game, Adam, of their college career.
Absolutely.
Unless they get picked in one of those tournaments like the NIT, and you get whoever has the best record, whoever get the home game. But I don't think it would be Texas Southern because of their win-loss record, and so they would probably go on the road. So that means a lot of these kids are playing for right now. And back when you was in college, they had an old saying, man, what you pledge? You pledge Kappa, you pledge Q, you pledge Sigma. Some guys back in the old 80s used to say, no, I'm pledging me, phi, me. Well, a lot of these kids right now.
So you're saying just because they come back and play at a great university like TSU and in the SWAC, that what are you saying? They can't play? What are you saying?
No, I'm not telling you they can't play. I'm like,
what are you saying?
I just said to you, a lot of these kids are playing for me, phi, me, and when they get down to this point. And you get down to this point because me, phi, me, that means.
So they got a me complex when they come back.
Some, not everybody, but then that may be one that may be applicable to 1 or 2 players. Another player just had a bad game. That might have been another player.
So you're saying they're selfish when they come back. So
sometimes how the scout that the other team is implementing against you, if it is perfected by the players, it can cause you to look abnormal if that scout is working properly. Yes.
I disagree.
Yeah. No,
me and you gonna always disagree with this one. I don't know where you get this. No. I just don't understand why you're dependent on the scouting. You love talking about the scout. That's one of your favorite words. Because I sit here and watch the scouts and had the scout piece of papers in my hand.
Okay, I just talked to a coach at Baylor just the other day, and they were saying their scout against Kansas over the weekend, they were beating the snot out of Kansas, was working to perfection. Then all of a sudden, Kansas go in the locker room, make 2 or 3 adjustments.
You just rest my case. So they scout didn't work.
The scout gets you to a certain point. You got a ball after that. The scout gets you out the gates. It gets you something that can get you a momentum.
Oh, the scout is telling you the other players' tendencies, Jimmy.
Yes, so I mean, if you're.
But guess what? Give me. Players make plays, not the scout.
Who's your
the players make the plays?
Free throw shooter on your team. If the scout down the stretch, that scout can tell the player.
Jimmy, that ain't a scout. That's Jimmy. That ain't a scout. That's coaching.
No. But the players have to implement that. You've never seen a team on the court when they should have fouled this dude and they end up fouling the other dude. You're like, what the hell were you thinking?
Jimmy, that ain't about scouting. That's coaching. That's normal. That's coaching. You rely, talking about Jimmy. I got a scouting piece of paper. I get one before every game. Jimmy, that stuff just don't Jimmy, the scout don't.
No, the scout is designed.
Every team got a scout. The other team get their ass whooped.
Increase your odds, and you determine a method of approach.
So all you telling me is the scout. Let me help. All you telling me the scout is 50% right. Cause somebody, cause both teams, hold on, both teams scout. Both teams got a scout. All right. But one of them don't get their ass toe off and the other one not.
But the scout is designed to increase your odds of obtaining the goal. Some teams know they ain't got a chance in hell of winning the game before they even start. But they still going to implement a scout of a game plan that could get them to closer to reaching their goal, which is maybe to win, maybe to keep it close, or whatnot. It's not gonna be applicable to the entire game. Things are going to change. That's when coaches have to go and make adjustments, which is required. But at the gate, if you're gonna say, Adam, you're gonna say, yo, man, this dude here cannot go left. He has not hit a single shot from the left side of the court. Then you're gonna say in your scout, hey man, give him everything to the left. Push him to the left side. That's going to increase your odds on the shot clock. But guess what? That player got to perform that duty in order for the scout to have a full effect.
Jim, I watched the game. I watched some games this season. Dude ain't hit a jump shot all damn night. And dude still up crowding him. And he running by their ass getting to the rim every night. What was the scout was? What was the scout? See, this is why I tell y'all. I never forget. I'm sitting in Memphis practice one year. I told y'all this story. I'm telling it again. Sitting in Memphis practice one. So I'm on the opposite end. The team was on the other end. So Penny was explaining something to his post guy. So I couldn't hear. So I tried to hear, but you don't want to move around when in class. I call that class. When coach is teaching, you don't want to move around. So I couldn't hear. So I asked him later that night. I said, player, what were you telling those guys? He said, every time Taco Falls get the basketball, Robert, he said, he going to catch it and he's going to turn right here. He told his player, wait on him right there. You don't have to do nothing. Just he going to turn and put the ball right in your stomach if you right where I tell you are. I call that coaching. You call it scouting. I just call it a different name. Do y'all know the next day I'm sitting courtside at the game? And Taco Fall came down, and every time he caught the ball, he turned right there, and the dude grabbed the ball, a turnover 3 times in a row. So evidently, Johnny Dawkins didn't scout that Penny might pick up on that. So that's why I'm saying you're talking about the scout.
No, but Heather, there are players in every single basketball game, especially on the collegiate level, or the high school. We just talking about college right now. That's what we'll be on. There's going to be a kid that's going to get yanked out of the game before his normal routine of substitution pattern for something that he did not do properly on defense. And if that be the case, that means he was told, this is what we need you to do on defense. That means you messed up. Possibly, you might have messed up you messed up your directives in what was given to you in pregame and film. That's part of they implementing their player roles for the scout. And sometimes the players they get inside themselves and forget their mental capacity isn't there. That can enable them to execute.
So that's why Jimmy, that's why I don't take too much onus of the clout of the scout, like it's be all. Now I see you diminishing it.
But your personnel, the
What,
personnel though,
Jimmy? You're supposed to be prepared for the team you're playing.
You're supposed to be, but everybody see. That's why sometimes, you know what? I got a pet peeve. Now I go to high school now, and this is it has a racial undertone to it. But damn it, it's been, in my eyes, it's been so much more true than not. Here's what I'm about to give you. Some of you guys might, in whatever city you live in, you might have identified or concluded a similar theory. It's when certain teams have a lead and they will go and spread the floor with no shot clock. And it's certain types of white teams in high school, it seemed like they can stall that ball. And in certain types, that's the key word, of black teams, they can't stall that thing. You know it's a turnover waiting to happen because somebody going to be itching. They just can't pass up that lane to the goal. They going to try to go and get it, or they going to turn it over. You can smell it. You can feel it. You can sense hot butter in a hot skillet with certain black teams. But certain white teams, they get to stalling. We know them dudes.
So tell me what you're saying. You're saying the black teams can't stall? I've seen some black teams can stall.
I said certain ones. But
Jimmy, certain
teams.
All white guys can't stall either.
That's the key word I just used.
But why would you bring up that?
Because you can know the capacity. You can tell the mental capacity of them being able to execute. Certain guys you'd rather think what you just said. They're talented, and cerebral is two different components. But when they're working hand in hand, the cerebral component, the intelligence quotient level of a player, when it is combined with talent, then you have premium. You have something that you got to have that's match that IQ level and that talent in order to stop that person. If that person is good, athletic, and smart, and plays smart. You could be smart, but not play smart. Hell, everybody's prone to do it every now and then. But that's what I'm talking about in regard to this. A lot of people, if you know, like it, put it like this, as close as you are to TSU's basketball program, I can theorize that if you don't, you should know which of those players, I'm going to use a good analogy. Some of those players on the team, if you put their brain in a bird, they'll fly backwards. And some of them, you would rather just say, you know what, I trust this dude down the stretch. Some of them, you're like, man, just don't get a ball to this one. Now, you're not going to say no names. That ain't what we're talking about. But you know deep down inside that if some of them, if they get the ball.
No comment.
Ain't no telling what the hell going to happen to that possession if they get the ball.
I don't even talk like that.
Say, oh my goodness. But hold on, what is my trade person? My mom and dad had told me to forget what they coach said. Wow.
All them, hey man, I done heard some mammies and tell. Man, forget what he say. I done heard some mammies say that, man.
I've heard some parents say that while actually in the gym when the game is going on.
Yes. Yeah. I'm just going down my line. Keep going. But no, it's unique, man. That I'm glad you brought that up. It's because I feel
like I'm talking about a game I watched last night. Yeah, well,
hey man,
certain teams.
Hey man, let me tell you something, y'all.
They ain't just install the ball.
Hold up, Jim. I got some.
They had one moment where they actually perfected a stall in one possession. So I know they have one. They showed me last night. They have a stall play. And they did it. It worked for about every bit of 23, 24 seconds.
Jimmy, let me play something for the people, man. Let me say, I thought about them the other day when I got this. I want to know what they. Since we on this subject, I kind of like this. Watch this. Watch it.
Are benefits to AAU.
Hold on.
I believe
I'll make sure it go backwards so we
two
can
pillars in it.
Hold up. Let me make sure it's
Development and recruiting. Are benefits to AAU, and I believe there's two pillars in it. Development and recruiting. If you're not being developed in it and you're not being recruited, it makes no sense for you to be doing. We go, well, the guy is developing well. Are you a recruitable athlete? Are you being recruited? Have you even received an email or no? You got to keep developing. You got to get out of AAU. So you have to be able to answer those two questions first. If not, you're a bad singer and we keep bringing you on American Idol. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. You have to go.
Oh, did you hear that, Jimmy?
He gonna
That man said
he's stealing some of my analogies. Well, that's a good one.
That man said you a bad. Hey, mamas and dads. I don't know why I had that. I had
just
that.
used an American Idol analogy with a parent about 48 hours ago. Not that same one, but a similar one, Al. American Idol.
But they always running out here hollering, I want my son to be on the circuit. The circuit. And then they get their little ass out there and it ain't no bad. Yo, the fish ain't biting. What Lattimore said? I'm out here fighting and the fish ain't biting. Y'all better listen to that man. All of you folks that think you got it made and your son is all of this, his ass still better be getting better. Because it's a little dude over in Turkey and Serbia that's going to if your son ever get a chance to play against him, he going to tear his head off. They got a 16-year, a 14-year-old over there acting 6'9" over there acting a damn fool.
They say 13.
Killing everybody. And y'all over here whining and I'm just telling y'all, when later on, I like the dude called it, Doug's rankings, he had all the rankings, Jimmy's rankings, and he ranked them with this, and ain't no college coach that offered him nothing. This is some bull crap. That man said development. Play AAU, but spend a lot of time develop. What's the use of him playing AAU and his ass can't play? I ain't seen, Herb Baker said it earlier, I haven't seen so many missed layups in my entire life these last 2 years. No, I'm not talking about Victor Wembanyama's little brother. No, I'm not. He's 16, 17. This little boy younger than him. That is Moody. Listen to me, y'all. This basketball, everybody ain't gonna play it at a high level. It just don't work like that. It's all right to go be an artist. I'm gonna keep saying this. It's all right to go be something else. It's surprising. I'm looking at all these bios of all of these students that I've been covering over these last year and a half, and I ain't found but one biochemist and one engineer out of all of them, and both of them was women. Yo, everybody, it was what, 26 players in there last night playing on the floor for TSU. College basketball. And most of them are not going to play past this weekend, next weekend. So that's all I'm trying to do. I don't never want y'all, I know this is a sports show, but this is a life show to me. I'm breathing life into y'all because this basketball gonna stop. It stopped for me. It stopped for my son. It stopped for Michael Jordan. It stopped for LeBron James. It ain't stopped for LeBron James. It stopped for Magic. Where you gonna be when it stopped? Where are you gonna be when it stopped? Because it's gonna stop, mamas. Doug, where you got my kids ranked? I'm coming to the Doug Duggars. I'm coming to the Icebreaker. If he can't play, Jimmy, I click. I'm gonna click back on. I think they can still hear me. Jimmy, ain't no use to coming to the icebreaker if you can't play. Now listen, hold on. I retract that because play basketball. It's a fun game. I retract that. I'm sorry. Play this game. It's a fun game. It teaches sportsmanship. It teaches your teammates. It teaches you leadership. Play this game. But my thing is, don't be, if your son is not good enough, don't get your emotions high and get anxiety about him not being good enough. Let him play. If he love it, if he like it, if he love it, he gonna be in that gym. You ain't got to go tell him to be in that gym. I just don't want, and that's why I retracted that. Talking about don't play at the icebreaker. Play wherever you want to. But understand, it's just a game. It's a great, great game that has taken me all over the world, taking my family and my son all over the world. It's a great, great game. But don't let it use you. Use it as a platform, as a conduit to get whatever else you want in your life. If you become one of the top 1% and go to pros, good. But most of y'all ain't going. I've been in this business for 30 years. I've watched them come and go. Play basketball, fun game, great exercise, great everything. But understand the expectations. Make sure your friends know and watch shows like this. If your son is, if you don't see him loving, you don't see him dominating, and you don't see, don't get, I just don't want you to get messed up. Man, my son a pro. And anybody come tell you when your son that young, he a pro, get their ass out your life. Or tell them, come back and tell them, yeah, he is a pro. He's going to be a pro at something. All of us, I want all of us to be a pro at something. I get tired of going to these NBA games. I get tired of watching the All-Star games. Everybody around the support staff, all of them people white, and ain't none of us having them jobs. The analytics guys, your son good at math, let him be analytics. Analytics, they got a whole analytics staff at the Philadelphia 76ers. The least one get $130,000 a year. They got a whole staff. So that's, I mean, if I had nothing else, y'all, I don't know why I wanted to share that. I don't know how we went here, Jimmy. But Jimmy, I see so much people, man, stuff I just don't even call. I don't even like to call and tell you about them because I don't want you talking about them parents. I don't want you talking about, man. I mean, he can be a professional in something. I know it looked good. Quentin Grimes walking to the game the other night as a New York Knick. I know that looked good, but the rest of them guys didn't make that. All them others, Fabian and all them, they didn't make that. You follow me? They introduced a whole lot of U of H alumni. They didn't make it. And they went to U of H. Imagine you're going to Boogaloo State. So that's, I just, when I saw that the other night, and I know that the parents, Quentin Grimes. Yeah, Quentin Grimes. He got it in the mud. He's a McDonald out of America, went there, and Bill Self said, your ass can't play for me. Came back home and found somebody who celebrated him and didn't tolerate him. Now he in NBA. That don't happen for everybody. That could have went wrong. Jimmy know the circumstances. That stuff could have went wrong. So parents, I'm going back, Jimmy. I'm tired. Yeah, y'all would have put me on my soapbox today. And what they saying up there? What they talking crazy to me about me? I know it.
And I told y'all yesterday, he said, "Tam, we got to a special guest was going to come and join us.
I didn't know that. Somebody was calling. You didn't tell me. I wasn't going to answer no damn phone.
They probably watching. They do it again. And
Yeah.
so we got a special guest with you guys. We're going to ask you to share the show right now. Chop
Okay.
Shop. You guys know. Hey, man.
Coach, I apologize, man. Coach, I get you. No, Coach, I wasn't going to let you in, man, because I ain't got no memo, no email or nothing.
I said it yesterday. Huh?
Yeah, you don't tell me nothing yesterday. I done called 2 basketball games, Coach. TSU coach, by the way. I called a girls' basketball game and a men's basketball game. And you think I'm sitting up here saying, well, it's going to be a guy. It's going to be. Man, I ain't remember that. Send me some in writing. But, Coach, I'm glad you're here, though. Don't you? You just, Coach, just hold tight.
If they don't share the show right now, we don't even bring the coach in. Right
I got Coach in. Hey, Coach, they're doing Coach makeup in the green room right now. They got the apron around him. Yeah. He getting ready. He got a glass of water. He killing over there. So the only person can see Coach is me. So yeah, I got the Coach. But now, where you go, Jimmy? See,
yeah, I mean, of course, high school basketball is around the area. The playoffs actually started last night. I went over to Memorial Center and caught a doubleheader, as Howard mentioned in the last hour. Yates and Fur in the 4A classification won both of their games by double digits. It was super fun watching Calvin Murphy just froze a while ago. It was super fun watching Calvin Murphy III scored 26 points in Yates win. That's a great game from that young man. He battled through foul trouble, and when he's on, he's on. That's the key about Calvin Murphy. He's aggressive, and he has a good, quick shot. And you could see his dad and his granddad's fingerprints all over the way he maneuvers around the court. You could just tell he was, in other words, if some kids were raised by wolves, you could tell they like to eat meat. You could tell he was raised by point guards and the way that he maneuvered on that court. And one thing about it, if you're a point guard that can handle the ball and can get your shot off, you will thrive in Greg Wise's system. So speaking of point guards in high school basketball, there's more action tonight around the entire state. Over 90% of the teams played tonight in their first UIL playoff game. Well, what we have with us right now, we promised you guys yesterday a good conversation. We have one team in the state that had technically, they've been the state champions for 4 straight years at the highest classification. And I'm not sure that's ever been done in UIL at the highest classification in UIL basketball history. They were the favorites to come back and win a 5th. However, it was a decision that was made to basically forego the postseason. And now that means their season is over with, as wearing the actual uniforms that represent the school. And without further ado, we have interim head coach, Neiman Ford of the Duncanville High School Panthers, live with us today. I told you guys in DFW we had a treat for you today. Now you can share the show. There you go. I made a video, Hannah, at the beginning of the season, and I made my prediction on the video of who I told them to go win the state championship, and they said no. And now, but I thought Duncanville was going to still be playing then. It ain't no fun now because ain't no Duncanville. They were going, and that was Beaumont United. I said they were going to. Now, Coach, before you answer that question, how you doing? Welcome to the Chop Shop. Hey, congratulations on the year, whereas you've had peaks and valleys, a small valley, and still ended up being ranked number 1 in the country on at least one poll. So what's going on, Coach?
Man, how y'all doing? I appreciate y'all having me today, Mr. Hatter. Good to see you again.
What's up, man?
You already know how I feel about you.
Yeah.
So, man, everything good. We blessed, man.
great season. A lot of memories we made this year. So this group I just had graduate, man, it's like you said, man, it's gonna go down as one of the most accomplished groups that ever came through high school basketball in Texas.
And accomplished, you mean this season? Take us through some of those accomplishments so that the viewers, they're from watching from all over the country, all over the world, know what you're
Uh,
talking about.
we before we left Chris before we 20 before New Year's, I believe we had beat six top 25 teams. At one point, they was top 25 in the country. We beat six of them, and within I want to say 14, 15 games. So and then we beat at the time the first game of the season we played a team out of San Antonio. They was number 2 in the state, and then in a couple polls we beat them, and then we played Lake Highlands, who's probably currently number 1 in TABC, but was number 2 in some polls. When we played them, we beat them, and they was a top 25 team. Played the two of the top teams, 2 out of the top 3 teams out of Georgia in McEachern, and man, the kid Ace Bailey, he go to McEachern, but the McDonald All American kid, I can't think of the name of their school. Um,
Oh,
he
Kanye,
uh, he going to he going to
Willie.
Connecticut. No, the kid going to Connecticut. He's a McDonald All American. Um,
Oh,
so we played those guys, man. The Hoop Fest, man. That's like one of the biggest uh, high school basketball series of events. I think it's the only series of events besides maybe Hoop Hall, and we played the Boozer Twins, beat them. Played Corona Centennial with the kid going to Duke, and the kid going to I want to say USC or UCLA. Beat them on ESPN. Then we played um, the kids from California. Also, Caleb Foster going to Duke. They got another kid going to Gonzaga. We beat them in the Hoop Fest in Utah. Ian Jackson, that's at up in New York. We beat them in Arizona. Then we played Roselle Catholic, and at the time, I think Max Prep had them number 1 for public schools. We beat them. Played a really, really good team. Columbus out of Florida. Uh, Bishop Gorman, and I mean it was going on and on, man. So I'm really proud of these kids, man. No matter what was put in front of them on or off the court, man, they tackled it and made it all about basketball and really showed everybody who they are.
and of course, Hannah, you had something real quick.
Yeah, I wanted to tell Coach, I got some breaking news, Coach, and it's got to do with amateur basketball. Brandon Miller, uh, the star basketball freshman at Alabama,
Alabama.
they just sent me something, and they confirmed it that Brandon Miller was the one. That's his gun that he gave
Oh,
Darius Miles. That was Brandon's gun. They said a police investigation testified Tuesday that University of Alabama star Brandon Miller was on the scene of the fatal shooting that led to the arrest of his now former teammate. Brandon Culpepper of Tuscaloosa Violent Crimes Unit was the first witness to hear from 20-year-old Darius Miles of Tuscaloosa. And they just talking about the investigation. Believe Miles provided the gun, and Dave, they had it backwards at first, but they found out it was Brandon Miller that the one he was charged. Brandon Miller bought the gun used in that killing. So it's all over the news now, and while we here right now. So I don't know how true it was. They sent me several sources, and the coach even admitted to it. And the coach just said, I think, hear what the coach said. What's his name? Nate Oates. Coach, I know guys on your teams usually go to schools like this. So I wanted to share this with you. He said, Nate Oates said about Brandon Miller's involvement in the Darius Miles situation. He said, we've known of this situation.
I bet you did.
We've been fully cooperating with the law enforcement. We closed practice and prayer today. You can't control everything someone does. Wrong spot at the wrong time. Hmm. Hmm.
Well,
Coach.
first off, man, I just want to send my thoughts and prayers out to the victim, man, because
Mm-hmm.
over you lose somebody over gun violence, especially that young man. And I know all too well because 2020, my nephew was killed up here in DeSoto who played football for
Wow.
Duncanville.
Mm-hmm.
He was fatally shot up here. So, man, I know what the family going through, and man, I just want to send them prayers and strength and may God put His hands around them and comfort them in this time, man, because I know how hurtful and how heartbroken those people are.
Thanks, Coach. We can get back, Jimmy. I just wanted to share that with you because, Coach, you got young players going off to these colleges. This is about the freshman. This just got 1 year removed from his high school team. Young kids that you
Right.
got around you right now. You follow
And,
me?
and yeah, and what I try to preach to the kids and what we always preach here is you got freedom of choice, but you don't have freedom of consequence.
Mm.
So you have freedom to choose your actions and your decisions, but you don't have freedom to decide your consequences. So, man, I just want to say to the young people, man, when y'all making these decisions or anything like that, man, just take time because when emotions high, logic is low. So let your emotions come down, and then you'll be able to start thinking clearly and see through your anger or your hurt, your frustration or your pain. And a lot of times, man, you just need time to sit and talk to somebody about it and clear your mind, man, and understand, man, like is your feelings are only your feelings and they only a reality for you. My feelings don't affect Robert Hatter or Jim Hicks. Those are
Right,
my feelings. And a
right.
lot of times what young people don't understand, man, I feel this way and everybody should feel the way I feel. No, that's not reality. So your
Mm.
feelings are only your reality. So that's what I try to preach to my players and the people, and even the students I interact with, and the young people that I talk to and mentor, man. Like, like when emotions high, logic is low, and you have freedom of choice, but you don't have freedom of consequence.
Coach, I'm gonna steal that emotions when emotions are high,
And,
logic are low. I'm gonna steal that one.
and Chris Walker gonna steal it from your ass and take it right into CBS Sports. Then he gonna get the credit. Then Coach Ford ain't gonna get no credit for it. He gonna be mad at both of y'all now. See, that was gonna happen. So now, Coach, this season, man, of course, you just mentioned that you just went through that resume of I guess of ass whoopings y'all dished out this year with Duncanville. Coach, I got always keep a special special can, right? And I give that was this what you gave, Coach.
What? A whoopus.
So the fresh can, Coach.
Say, man.
Hey, you can crack this open anytime, Coach. We get this right up now. Of course, now what's next? Duncanville High School. I mentioned earlier that you guys also, but we're gonna get back into reflect back on the season and then the UIL stuff shortly. But you guys got invited to some non-scholastic events that kind of serve as a sort of a tournament of champions, so to speak, in the near future. Explain some of that. Have you accepted the invites? Where would they be, or is the team who's going to coach the team? How would it work? What are the rules or whatnot?
So some people have reached out to us, wanted the kids to do some stuff. Of course, we wouldn't be able to coach it as coaches, but man, the kids talked about it and they prayed on it, and we gave them a little time, man, and they voted that they didn't want to do it, man. They I think this year just been an emotional roller coaster. Um, they don't put everything they had into this game of basketball for Duncanville High School basketball program in the last 4 years. And man, I think they when we finished that last game last Tuesday, they was at peace. You know what I'm saying? That we did everything we could to possibly show everybody we the best team in the country, and we ain't got nothing else to prove. So the kids decided they didn't want to do it.
Okay, so that solves that. So Duncanville will not be attending any non-scholastic events representing their community. Because technically you're not representing the school, but this spring. Now, reflecting back, how do we get to this point in the first place? Anthony
Man,
Black.
just yeah. So that whole situation. they came back and ruled them ineligible, and so they stripped us of the championship, and then they suspended the coach for a count of the year. So man, just to hit the reset button, man, because like I said, sometimes you have freedom of choice, but you don't have freedom of consequence, and that's one of those situations where the choices we made, we stand by it, and we felt that it was the right thing to do as a program, and we support Anthony and his family, but we don't get to choose the consequence. So that's just a part of it, and we accepted it. Even though we might not like it, we respect it. But our leadership with our superintendent, our athletic athletic director, our principal, man, they felt like this was the best thing. Just hit the reset button and just quiet the noise. Because sometimes you just got to take your medicine and sit down, reflect on some things we can do better, and, to go going forward.
Adam?
No, I'm good. I'm looking at the feed on here, Coach. No, this your show, man.
So
This
now,
show.
this with the UIL. Now, a lot of things that people have questions is to clear the air. Who made the decision for you guys not to play in the postseason? Was it self-inflicted or was it a UIL decision?
That was Duncanville. The administration team and our leadership decided to make that decision. So um, we respected it, and we just moved past it. And man, I think everything worked out for everybody the way it should. Man, like I tell you, I always look at, I'm a real spiritual person, man. God don't make no mistakes, and I told the kids this. I said, say, man, if it was in the plans, we would be there. You never know. We might try to force something, and you step out there in that first round of that playoffs, and you blow a knee out or Achilles or anything, man. So, man, we just take everything and roll with it. And I tell them all the time, good things happen. I mean, bad things happen to good people. And the man with no shoes complained until he saw the man with no feet.
That's a good thing right there. But Hal gonna steal every single analogy you throw out there. It's gonna be on the TSU broadcast Saturday night while they on the road at Jackson State this coming year. Speaking of course, Jackson State, JSU, Mo Williams, head coach at Jackson State. He was a key piece in DFW for a few years as he resided there. Had a Mo Williams Academy there. That was, about within the past 10 years. What SWAC basketball? We're gonna go and pivot to college. We're in recruiting, then come back and talk some more about Duncanville High School. What is the theme or the atmosphere in DFW in regards to the SWAC schools and basketball? I'm talking about.
I think the kids just want to get an opportunity to play at that next level. And I feel like the SWAC coaches, Mo recruited Juan Rayner from Duncanville. He went there before Mo went to Jackson State. Juan went to I can't. What's the school?
It was
Alabama State. He was at Alabama State. So Juan Rayner signed with Alabama State in the SWAC, leaving Duncanville High School. So we support the SWAC at Duncanville, and we want more coaches like Mo in the SWAC to come over here and recruit our kids, man, because that showed you right there that you can leave Duncanville and go to the SWAC. And I think he had a pretty successful year with Mo. And then Mo got blessed with another opportunity, and he took the Jackson State job. But man, Mo done did a lot of good stuff in the area. He had Mo Williams Academy, and he had some really good teams and some really good players come through there. And for a little bit, I think his sons went here. One of his sons played high school basketball in Dallas for a little bit. I'm not sure if he's still here, but he got ties to Dallas, man, and we support Mo and Jackson State to the fullest.
So now also back on the UIL decision. When you got the news that no postseason, I know the basketball community, which is you guys have quite an entourage of Duncanville basketball supporters. What was the atmosphere like? How was it explaining to all of the parents and the community that this is the decision. And a lot of people at the time, I had different rumors. They were like, you know what, let's just break off from the UIL and do our own thing. And let's do our own school. The hell, I mean, people want to revolt. You were right in the middle of this, and you're thrust into a position now to whereas, this is new territory for you. And looking back on it, did a great job of calming the flames. How did you do that?
Like I said, when emotions are high, logic is low. So if you'd have asked me this the next day, if I had this interview the day after we got told that, I probably would have had a whole different answer. But man, I think when you can sit down and reflect and calm your emotions, a lot of stuff can be resolved without anyone being upset, and everybody can not getting everything they want, but both parties can be satisfied with the outcome. And we was told by administration, and man, at first, like it hurt, but at the same time, we understand the leadership that we have in Duncanville is second to none, and they're not gonna do anything to jeopardize our kids or our program or the school district. So man, sometimes and you can speak to this. I mean, you're a leader in your family, and I tell you the way I explain it to the kids, man. The captain can't let one sailor sink the ship. You know what I mean? And if you feel like that sailor finna sink the ship, you gonna correct him. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be, whether you think it's right, wrong, or different, or whether it's justified or unjustified. You always look in big picture, and I understood that because I'm a father and I have kids, and one of my kids is not gonna bring down the dynamic or the structure of my house. So if I have to correct them by whatever means I feel necessary, that's what we're gonna do. And I feel like that's what our administration did, and I support them, and we move forward.
So now Coach David Peavy was reassigned for this school term, along, of course, with the women's basketball coach, Coach Howard, as well. And what's next? I mean, how does that, what does that mean for you now? What is this internship? Are you going to step back into your old role, or what do you plan to do next season? Is Coach Peavy coming back? Is Coach Howard coming back?
I haven't had a chance to sit down and talk with coach or whatnot. I don't know anything about the girls program, so it's kind of like, even though like we in the same school, like everybody runs their program, like you kind of run your own little ship. So I wouldn't know anything about them. But as far as us, man, like, as far as I know, I'm the interim, and I'm gonna do the job I'm assigned to do until coaches will come back, which is October 31st, 2020. I get the opportunity to be the head coach for us. That's that you
Hold on, we're having audio difficulties right now, Coach. We're going to get you to go out and come back in, and we have to get how to make sure he beam you back in. Just go click out and come back in. You're on a bad cell right now, and right now, if you just tune in, this is Coach Neiman Ford. He's the interim head basketball coach of Duncanville High School, a team that has went through, made national headlines for more reasons than one within the past calendar year. This team here is very talented. 4 state championships in a row, albeit one of those state championships was a result of during the COVID year. And that particular season, there were 4 teams crowned state champion for the Class 6A, and that was, I think, 2019. I think that was 2019, 2020. think that whatever the COVID year, you guys, I'm getting those years, getting older right now. Now, meanwhile, as we wait on Coach Ford to pull back in the driveway and finish chopping it up with us on the Chop Shop, we only got about 8 minutes left with him. And so if you got questions, you can feel free to queue up some of your questions right now, and we'll toss them to Coach Ford so you can answer. Please ask a question that or try to provide a question that is logical, makes sense, and that does not allow him or prompt him to repeat himself on something he just said a while ago. So that's what I'm going to ask you guys to do. But your questions, you can queue them up right now, and we have Coach Ford back in the saddle.
I think he froze again, Jimmy. He froze on the feed somehow. You know, them schools had them firewalls.
Yeah, he was grooving for a while. We were grooving with Coach Ford for a while.
Firewalls, and it's just hard. It's just hard because you got so many people using the bandwidth. So it's sometimes.
You heard that bell just rang a while ago. So them kids on the cell phone.
I heard that because I thought you said it with me. I was on mute. I don't know where that record was coming from. I was already on mute. I was laughing at you saying. I don't know. Yeah, but that's unique, man. What did you get out of Jimmy? I mean, well, I know you couldn't act. I don't know. What did you get out of it?
Well, he answered questions. If you just tune in to Coach Ford, we asked him about whose decision was it to make to put for Duncanville not to play the postseason, and he answered that question. Okay. We also asked him, what's the plan for Coach Peavy? Is Coach Peavy resuming his duties as head coach? And if you guys missed that, he answered that question as well. And we asked him about the girls' coach.
He said yes.
He said Coach Peavy is scheduled to resume on October the 24th of this year. It was one calendar year. So October the 24th. So, and you know what's funny? Like I said, I had some other stuff that I want to.
I know, but his connection is very bad, Jim. It wouldn't even let him come on that time. So even you good today. I don't understand. Even look at you. You looking like brand new money today. I don't know. See, you just can't tell what happens with this stuff, man.
And we ask you guys to share the show if you haven't done so already. Share the show, if you will, to your groups or to your pages so that some of your followers can get in on this conversation. This is a very rare conversation.
Yeah, we got to get Coach in a better spot.
Candid conversation with Coach Ford of Duncanville High School. I got to see the team up close. Had them down in Bahamas, and that time you can really tell. You could tell a lot about the kids off the court in such environments as that. And I was watching. They're very, very organized. There are not multiple cliques on the team. The young players on the team, the underclassmen, they actually look up to the upperclassmen as big brother. And big brother treat the underclassmen as little brother. I noticed the alumni base, one of the former patriarchs of the program, he's definitely, and that's Coach McNeely. I think they named the court at Duncanville High School. The court is named after Coach McNeely. He and his wife are like the godfather and the godmother of the Duncanville High School program. They love Duncanville. They were definitely relatively bitter at the UIL, which, he was up under the UIL and an administrator with them. In the TABC ranks. So, for this year, and those kids to make that decision, they didn't want to play. We asked them about that as well. We asked Coach Ford, do they plan on participating in any of these non-scholastic championships that's taking place? One is in Florida, one is in Georgia that we know of. And Beaumont United was invited. They accepted an invite to one that's on, I think, the weekend of March the 26th. And
he's trying to come back in, Coach. It's not working, but keep going. It ain't gonna work today.
So before we get up out of here, the only suggestion I can give Coach Ford is to take your link forward it to another cell phone of one of your assistants in your office. Open the link from that cell phone, and that's the only other choice that we have right now based on the time span we got. Take the initial link you have, forward it to another one of the guys' cell phone. Your battery could be low. That could be causing that. Could be a number of things. But just forward it to another cell phone.
Or try to do it in Google Chrome instead of Safari. Okay, we might have him back. We'll try this. He done went. Coach done moved to a whole nother spot. Oh, Coach,
there you go.
Coach done moved to.
Yeah, I moved. I get better reception in the gym, so
Okay,
I kind of moved over here.
we can hear you. We might can't see you that good, but we just want to hear your words.
Yes. And so quickly, we have one question for you, and how you can post it on the screen. That way, maybe you can see it. Warden Wells asked, "Are there any additional investigations by the UIL against Duncanville as it stands?"
Not that they haven't brought nothing to my attention. Not that I'm aware of. If he knows something I don't need, I don't know. Tell him, let me know.
No, that's the police. Rod Wells is the police. He always want to know something. That's the police right there.
He retired.
Once police, always police.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
not that I know of, man. As far as not with the boys program anyway.
So speaking of course, you are in the actual the field house, Duncanville field house, and that gymnasium has been popularized during the scholastic season as well as the non-scholastic season because it's been the home of not only the hoop, the Glenn Smith, the Hoop Fest for Thanksgiving. It's also been the home in recent years, in the last couple of years, for the TABC's annual shootout that happens in June of each year. That's been open for the college coaches to attend. Is that event returning to Duncanville since it's been so much static in the UIL, Duncanville, then TABC sit on the other side of the triangle? Are they going to still use your facility after all of the pain and suffering they've inflicted on your program?
Man, I don't know if anybody inflicted anything, man. Like it take two to dance, man, and it is what it is. I'm not sure. I think they may be using more of a, because we have a nice arena, but I think the college coaches want that they can look at several courts at one time. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's like Duncanville Fieldhouse's ideal, which they did it there before, where you can just look at 3 or 4 courts at one time and then just walk to the other side of the top of the building and look at the other 3 or 4 courts. So it's easier to get to instead of trying to navigate through all these gyms. So I'm not sure. I don't know. We haven't said anything, but we host the Gassos. The Gassos are here in Duncanville. We had a couple of them here. I think we may have like 3, maybe 3 or 4 here. And then we have Buff does his Who Want to Smoke here. So I mean, we have like you said, man. This is like in the Southern Assault, they're doing their War Before the Storm here. So man, this is like this. I think Duncanville is like the center place in Dallas to get from Mansfield or Arlington, from South Dallas, North Dallas. It's like right here, and it's easy to get to, and then it's enough room for everybody. But man, we got a lot of events coming up in the spring to get working for. So to answer your question, man, that's something that you want to ask TABC. That we don't have any control over that. I don't really know.
Okay. Now,
I mean, if they wanted to have it here, I mean, we'd love to have them, but they haven't reached out to us yet.
Now, also, if that was a rule that you could change with UIL, you were president for the day, what would that rule be?
I don't know if it was a rule. I mean, all I ask is I think like, man, I don't really know. So I think, man, a lot of times, and it's just for me looking at it from my experience and what I'm looking at on my side of it, and I don't really know, because a lot of times, like for example, I use analogies all the time, man. So when I was a kid, a lot of stuff my dad or mom or my parents would do, like I didn't understand it because I was a kid. And then my grandfather told me one day, I was mad at my dad. He said, "Man, you'll understand once you become a man and be a father." So until I'm on the other side of the table, working from the the UIL or administration point of view, I really don't know if there's something I would change. Like personally, the only thing I can see is like, man, this high school basketball, man, this high school football, high school sports, man, these kids only have 4 years to play. So, man, let them enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
So let them enjoy without no rules.
I don't. No, everything. If we didn't have rules,
Everything.
we wouldn't be a civil. We
Right,
wouldn't be a
right, 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 right.
civilization. So yeah, you got to have rules. But I just think sometimes, and I don't even know if it's UIL. I put it more on the high school coaches. You know what I'm saying? It's more on the high school coaches. So man, I'm a firm believer in this, Mr. Hatter and Jim Hicks, man. If I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Duncanville is not everybody's cup of tea as far as basketball or whatever sports or whatever, or even education. So if this doesn't fit you and your family, like parents and families have the right to say, hey, this is not working for little Hatter.
Yeah,
Like I need to put him in the best situation that's gonna make him successful.
I
And
got
and
you.
what people got to understand, their parents, your number one prized possession is
It's
your
your.
children.
I believe that.
So people are gonna do whatever they can to make sure their kids are happy, to make sure they have an advantage. They put in the best situations possible. So I just think the high school coaches need to stop looking at these kids as uh, they like they kind of like they own them, man, and just like, man, like
I
if this
got you.
didn't work, man, this relationship didn't work, that's cool, man. God bless you. You go on your way, and then you much success to you. You feel me?
I like that. I like that.
I like that too. Now I
I
want to
feel,
give you
and then
guys.
that's really the way I feel. So I don't. But like you said, I don't know the other side of the URL. I've never been in one of the meetings. I never been a administrator of one of those guys, so I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know. What I like to do is go back to where it all originated. I'm one of
Right.
them guys. To find a problem, I want to go all the way back because there's some stuff that happened all the way back that's probably that's ingrained and instilled in this body that we I don't have privy to. So you're right. It's really three sides to every side in the story. Your side, my side, and the truth. So, but
And like I
huh?
said, until you sitting on both sides of those tables, and you done been there, you done looked from their lenses, and they done looked through your lenses, and most of them have because they've been coaches or teachers or principals, so they
Uh,
kind of see both sides.
uh-huh.
So until us coaches or parents are actually sitting on that other side and having to make those decisions, man, decisions they make not easy. They might not be popular, but they're not easy, man. I think everybody at the end of the day are good people and really have the kids' best interests at heart for the most part. So I don't think people just down there just like, oh, I'm gonna get this kid. Like, man, they get
Oh,
hundreds of thousands of kids that come through there every year.
okay.
So it's not. And then
Okay.
they not just sitting here looking at Duncanville. Oh, we're gonna get Duncanville, or we're gonna get Jim Hicks High School, or Robert Hatter High School.
I
I just
got
think, man, just every situation is every situation, and yeah, you really take you can't take it personal. And like I said, when emotions high, logic is low. And now, when you sit back and think about it, man, they get hundreds and thousands of stuff down there every day, man, that they dealing with.
Now, well, I got real quick. Got some breaking news for you guys. It's fitting based on what you just said, Coach Ford. I want to add something about a rule for a day. Um, this rule is going to get a lot of support, but it's not necessarily expected to pass. I'm sorry, this law. We're talking law right now. Last week, I spoke at the Region 5 Texas High School Athletic Directors Association conference. I spoke last week. And Joe Martin from the Texas High School Coaches Association. So he's like one of the administrators, the heads of the Texas High School Coaches Association. He shared, according to him, he shared some very important news that's going to, trust me, this is, and I went and talked to him after the ceremony or the meeting. And I asked him, did I hear you right? Did you actually say that? He said, yes, it's on the docket. This is breaking news and it's going to be pushed in legislation. They're going to, check this out. You ready for this? Some legislator is putting on the docket for this, when the House convenes in Austin, that all high school UIL public school students, athletes, will have for them to have 1 year, one time where they can transfer like a portal in college. I'm not making this up. I've confirmed it. It will be not. It hadn't been passed, hadn't been voted on, but it's going to hit the state by storm once people see it in ink. They're going to say, just like remember last year, somebody put on a docket for the homeschool students to be able to go and play for their local high school. That was shot down in the vote. But this is fun. This is interesting. Somebody, one of the legislators, again, if you just tune in, is going to be on the docket to vote in the House of in the Texas House for every student to get one time where they can transfer without sitting out. And you're talking about the Wild Wild West. Just thinking about that, what would that mean for you guys? What's your thoughts on that? That just entertain that thought for a second, Coach Ford.
When you first hear it, you be like, "Oh man, that's good." But then I'm also dealing with but that they doing that in college, and now it's like I got kids that would be either um, mid-major, means you go to a conference where you may get maybe one or two bids, or
Mm-hmm.
low with the conference only gonna get the automatic qualifier, or really sitting and waiting because everybody's saying we looking for the transport portal, or we looking for to see if these dudes gonna take their last COVID year. You know what I'm saying? And what it did was it penalized the high school seniors in this 2023-2022 class, which people didn't really account for. You know what I'm saying? So like now you see a lot, especially basketball probably affected the most because you only have so many scholarships at the Division One. So if you got little Johnny who a senior who will be graduating and that a scholarship open, now he may take his COVID year. Or you got little Johnny that was a senior at another school who could take a COVID year and be a grad student and transfer and play for one of these schools, which is taking the scholarships from the guys is either be mid majors or low division ones. And when you say mid major, low division one, just for the people out there, basically the way I view it is mid major is you get your automatic qualifier, the person win your conference tournament, and maybe one or two more people, possibly at the most two, that to get a bid. Low is only the conference tournament person is going to qualify for the what's name. So that to me, that's what how I define it. So people out there don't really know because I don't want to disrespect any colleges or conferences. But that's the way I look at it. And so you have kids, those top 100 kids in the country, like they're going to be good regardless. You know what I'm saying? The schools will wait on them; they'll take them at any time. But the kids, it's not that can really play. Somebody might not seen that probably would get several mid-major offers. Now they really waiting to the end to see if this guy gonna stay in school, if they're gonna go into the transfer portal. So it could be some of the same things in high school where incoming freshmen, they might be log jammed on that freshman in JV for a year or two because kids get that one transfer or whatnot. So man, I mean, there's no one right answer for all that, man. But first guess was like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Certain schools will benefit, some schools wouldn't, man, at the end of the day, and then it'll be a whole nother issue on what's going on. But I tell parents, it's like if you just gonna jump up and move, man, you got to know what you're doing because just the grass ain't always green on the other side.
Hey man, guess what, Coach? We are up against the clock. We out of time. We gonna definitely want to get you back and chop it up soon. We appreciate you coming to chop it up with us on the Chop Shop. We got sorry for you guys didn't get your questions in, but we got to run, and of course I got to go and run a couple of errands. Hal got to go and run some errands, and we got to get for the high school basketball games is around the area tonight, Coach.
Man, I'm going to watch games tonight. I'm excited, man. I'm looking for it. So I'm hoping what I want to see is Lake Highlands and Beaumont play in state, man. That's what I want to see for that 6A, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see. And I want to see Kimball. I feel like Kimball got a good chance to win it. And I feel like Faye Family should win it. Them or Carter. they really in the mix for it. So those two I'm rooting for out of the Dallas area, of course. But you know, I won't Lake Hollins a win. But like I was telling you when we talk all the time, man, you can't underestimate the heart of a champion. So man, them dudes at Bowman, man, they got a really good coach, them some seasoned dudes. So if whoever win that 6A, man, they're gonna have to put their best forward effort, man. And I want to tell these coaches and these players, man, in order to win it, because we done been here and we done it, man. It's gonna be the most exhausting, the most draining, mentally, physically, emotional thing you ever do in your life, man. And when you get through, everything in the tank got to be empty, win or lose.
Coach, you's a homer. I can tell you that. Because you ain't said nothing but the Dallas team's going to win. I mean, you didn't get nobody else. You said, he got a chance to win. He got a chance to win. You like Oprah. Hey, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car.
And I think coming out of region, out of that region 1 in 5A, I think OQY got a chance, man. So
I know.
We'll see, man. We'll see, man. But you know, I'm always DFW, man. So, but I respect everybody down there in Houston, man. But Region 2, 6A, man, it's wide open. We not in it. Those side schools got a good chance. DeSoto, Waxahachie, Legacy. I feel like Legacy got a really good chance as well, man. So, man, I'm just excited, man. I wish all the coaches the luck, man. I wish we could be there. We not, but so I'm going to sit back and enjoy this time, man. Usually I'm stressed out right now.
Okay. Yeah. I got you, man.
I appreciate y'all, though, man. God bless y'all. I appreciate y'all for having me.
Coach, we out of here, Coach.
Thanks a bunch, of course. And guess what? In that 4A, we got something to say, of course. I know you mentioned Faith Family and Carter, the boy, Booker T. Washington.
Okay.
They only team in the state to beat Beaumont United this year. They also had Faith Family by 15 punts in the second half.
Who won?
Without the football player.
Hey, Hatter. Hey, just tell me who won, man. I don't even know all that. Just tell me who won.
I can't remember that point right there.
I tell him that all the time, Coach. I tell him that all the time. He always worry about the first half. But it's 2 halves of the game.
But the thing is, that lets you know the punch. It lets you know the capacity of their punch.
No, it don't.
Punch. No, understand. That didn't tell you the capacity of their chin.
It also let Faith Family know, like, what they capable of. So we gonna take them a different type of series next time.
Oh, hold up, Coach. They go the scout. Hold up, Coach.
They watch the football player.
Who gonna win the scout? The scout. Jimmy, who gonna have the best scout?
Shout out to Duncanville. And before I go, I would be remiss to say shout out to the state champions of 6A football, Division I, Duncanville High School. We finally did what we were supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we done brought the championship back to North Texas for Division I. Houston done had the last a couple years, but it's back where it's supposed to be in the city of champions, Duncanville High School.
Yeah. Hey, Coach, tell your Dallas people, Coach, tell them, man, they can come on the show. I like how you come on and rep Dallas, man. Coach, I like that, man. You came on here unapologetic. You said, I'm Dallas.
No.
Hey,
is what it is,
I got
man.
a question. I got a question about the football coach. If North Shore had won this football game, Coach, what is his name? Coach Staples?
Samples.
Samples.
No disrespect to go.
Samples.
Yeah.
Would Coach Samples have just laid it down? Would he still came? Would he just got fed up and say, you know what, man, I'm done?
No, I saw Coach at the football game. I mean, at the track meet this weekend, man. He got energy, man. Coach got a lot of life. He got some more years to give in this game, man. He
won the game. He the state champion now. You know he energized.
But if that's the case, he should have left after the last. He lost 3 before this. You know what I'm saying? He lost 1 in Lincoln. Right. So at the end of the day, man, that man done showed a lot of resilience and showed, like, man, no matter what the situation is, how many times you get, if you get what Denzel say, get knocked down 9 times, you get up 10.
Yeah, boy, y'all. Hey, that football team's on the way to becoming the Buffalo Bills of high school.
Man, leave them guys alone, man. Hey, Dallas, you're welcome to the Chop Shop. Huh?
We gonna repeat. Football gonna win it again next year.
Hold on. You do know North Shore quarterback was a freshman. Was a sophomore, right?
Man,
he don't care.
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
They don't care.
They ain't got nothing to do with me.
No, I'm saying, do you realize he got hurt? He didn't even play. That was the second string quarterback.
Yeah,
You
but
realize
they
that's,
don't
so
care.
that's what we using. So wait. So that's what we using because we had the best quarterback in the state, and he got hurt the game before state 2 years ago when JJ went down, and he up there running touchdowns left and right for Utah. It was in the Rose Bowl. Like so,
Oh,
he got hurt. We didn't use that excuse. We just took
okay.
our L on
So
the chin,
so
and we
so
we,
if you
we
want
went
to
back
use,
and we picked up. We went back to the drawing board. So
I
our
like
quarterback was a sophomore too. So he'll be back. So we gonna talk about it this
I
summer.
like you. You know
talking about?
what? I like your spunk,
I
nephew.
love Coach.
If that's the case, then what about the year before that when North Shore had the best running back in the nation, and he got sent home the night before the game, and he
Yeah.
couldn't even play, but they still won the game. What, they didn't cry about that, and he's running all over people in the SEC this year. What about that,
No.
Zach Evans?
If,
That's the same game that that's the same game that our quarterback got hurt the game before.
Yeah. So and we that's the same year. So it was tit for tat. They send a
Hey
young
man,
fella home.
it is what it is. Hey, Mr. Hatter, tell him we in the business of updating your resume. The resume say that Duncanville is the state championship. That's all I'm saying. We the state champions.
wow. I love
Update
this,
your
boy.
resume.
I
Update your
love
resume.
this, Coach. Hey, Coach, next time you call me when you come on the show so I can fix your internet and everything in before. Because I want to make sure you right when you come on the next time.
Yeah, man. Hey man,
Update
thanks a
your
bunch,
resume.
man.
We got to get out of here, though, man.
Update your resume. All right, man. I love y'all. Y'all be
Appreciate
safe.
it, man. That's Coach Ford. Y'all share the show on your way out the door, man. We got to get up out of here for the day. The Chop Shop. Go over to rcssports.com. I have the top 15 playoff games to see, along with the RCS Sports predictions of who's going to win and by how many. Go check that out. And also go and get your recaps from Yates Fur in the VIP news. Detailed recaps along with the Beaumont United game from last night.
Yeah.
They advanced with a win over Dobie. Check all that out and then some. Shot to Kempner High School. First time in the playoffs had us since 1994. Shout out to them. They'll be playing tonight against Madison High School and a lot more. Peace, guys. We up out here. See you tomorrow. Chop Shop. We up out.
Yeah.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter, you are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro, let's get it. We in the Chop Shop, we live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, we live.